I mean, it's got Splinter Twin. I gotta keep it. Drana sucks. Lindval is like pretty dated as well. Are you talking about, oh, that one? Drana and Lavala. 3/4 activated abilities. Creatures your opponent controls can't be activated. As activated abilities, all creatures your opponent controls, you may spend mana. That's actually not bad against Yogg. Turn 4 is kind of late though. Amuletos. Turn 3, it's a 4-drop. Sorin, I mean, I don't know. Not happy to Sorin that in. I'm happy to Sorin in Vein Ripper though. Bonk. Alright, opponent. What you got? Says the guy that Sorin the Blood Tithe Harvester. I wasn't happy to Sorin the Blood Tithe Harvester, but I had to. Desperate times. Desperate times call for desperate measures, chat. Sometimes you gotta do things you're not proud of. That little Sorin tell, you know? Not put my 6-drop into play, put my 2-drop into play. Honestly, I do think vampires could be viable in modern. I'm not sure what build's the right build for it. I don't know if it's Rakdos or Esper or Orzhov or what, but I think it could be good. It's a little slow. It's a little slow, and it's got some bad matchups, but overall, I think it's pretty good. Viable. It's true, and it's sick, and it's not Rhinos, so it's like a big plus for the format on top of that. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it sucks against Solitude is a big bummer. But not a lot of things are good against Solitude. There's also not a lot of Solitude decks to begin with. I'm gonna take the other amulet. Alright. Ashiok. Dauthi over Bowmasters. I feel about Edict. Vein Ripper. Reprieve's insane against them. Persist not so much, I would say. Now we 4-1. We lost a 4-color. Mage. I don't think Bone Shards is very good either. But I kind of don't want any other card in the sideboard. I have my singleton copy of Chalice. I'm only going to bring in 1, not 2. I only need 1 on 0. Ease. Nah. I think it's a really slow answer to Amulet. I'm gonna keep this hand. Hope I draw a black card probably. Maybe I get Shadowy Backstreet and try to draw a black card here. See what we draw for turn. Reprieve number 2. Nah, I'm just gonna play this in Chalice and pass. I'm not bringing an end, that's for sure. More amuletos. More reprieve. Well, they're not resolving a spell for a while, I guess. I can make 3 amulets. Sorin. Perfectly pitchable. Yep, Primeval Titan, 1 ring, Summoner's Pact, Summoner's Pact. I'd love to see that. They have Besiju on the table, though. So... I'm probably still going to flash this back and end up taking the Summoner's Pacts. Because they have said Besiju on the table. Maybe not, maybe I just start attacking them. At least kept the other card in hand, too. Tells me it probably wasn't the land. Don't really want Troll. I think I'm still going to rebound this. They drew another Besiju. 4 of a kind Reprieve. You'll never resolve another spell again, Yugi boy. You're done for. Yeah, Reprieve their pact instead. Okie dokie. Primeval Titan. GG. They didn't realize the Chalice was saving them the entire time. Saving them from themselves. The only one that can save you is yourself. I mean... It scams. We 4-1 last league. It was close. 4 colors tough. Feels good, man. I kind of want to pitch Sorin here, because if I draw another Ephemerate, I can double scam these griefs. Persist also seems kind of poor. But it's more castable if they kill my grief. Bane Ripper is a very fast clock. It's like fast enough to the point where you have to deal with it. And also if they don't have a board full of creatures, then they can't answer it, right? Bowmasters, Young Wolf, Wall of Roots. Take Bowmasters. Take Young Wolf. Take Wall of Roots. I'll have one of everything. Halfling. Smoge. Oh, the troll to persist into. That's pretty great. Oh, Vein Ripper persist into. She against Yawgmoth too. Shh. Okay. I'm excited. No! Oh. Pain. Soul Cauldron here to ruin the fun every single time. Hi, Hotashi. How was MagicCon? You only went one day and you're glad. Cash, let's go. Bins Yawgmoth kills me. That sucks so bad. Alright. I mean, attacking Grist isn't even good here. If I attack Grist, they just get to eat Grist and then go ham with Yawgmoth Grist. Alright, we're gonna lose this game. That's the Grist die. Probably eats Yawgmoth. Eats my troll. Very messed up. Don't you know I was trying to persist that? Now they main phase Grist. Yawgmoth eat Grist. It doesn't even matter that they're trolling. Still just dead anyways. Legions and Dauthi. Edict's honestly fine too. Ashiok. Kai's Guile? I don't think I want Kai's Guile just because I think it's a bad card in general. Not a fan. Not a fan of the Persist package either if they're going to be on Soul Cauldron times a million. Reprieve seems pretty poor. Grief Ephemerate's good. Solitude Ephemerate's good. Vein Ripper's powerful. Troll could probably be trimmed by one. Leyline Binding is kind of questionable as well. Maybe Bowmasters. Nah, Bowmasters like decent. What's the best deck currently? Probably Rhinos. By like a pretty large margin. Both the Teamer and the Domain Rhinos are just so powerful currently. I'm gonna cut 2 Binding, and they have a lot of artifact and enchantment removal. I think Bone Shards is fine. What's up, Spike? We did a little cooking. MH3 coming soon. Soon. And then Rhinos can have Lilia as well. And make a very, very large Lilia after cascading into the Rhinos. You make me so mad, Rhinos. Standard, see, I feel like you would like Standard Hotashi because Blue-White's actually good in Standard. Blue-White's kind of the best deck. Terrible. Good, but I have to pitch probably Sorin. Put Grief back. Blue-White's really good in Pioneer. Blue-White's not very good in Modern, though. In my opinion. I don't know. Some people have different takes on it. Blooming Marsh, Halfling, Grist, Hapatra. I'm just gonna take Halfling. And then Hapatra. Maybe leave him with the top end is wrong. I'm supposed to take the top end and leave him with the 2 Halflings. But I kind of like stunting their mana development a little bit. Yeah, I'm off of blue-white Stoneforge decks for now. It feels a little bit too fair to be on the Cryptic Coat plan still. Alright, we'll see if I get punished or rewarded for doing that like I did it. Their decks in my modern format? The youngest of wolves. Well, if they Grist minus sack Young Wolf, I can Solitude it and then kill Grist. The big dog. If not, I can Bone Shards Grist. Hmm. Oh, I guess I can put Vein Ripper in the graveyard. I think I sided out the Persists. Looks like I got punished for taking the Mana Dorks. This is like really unfortunate too, because I just have another Yawgmoth in hand. Sedge. Reset? Didn't even reset. I feel like they probably should have reset. Get an extra card. I'm in really no position to like burn them down. I just pass. If I'm minus, then they can just kill this without proliferating. Deck tech? Spike, I'll do a deck tech for you anytime. How do you do a deck tech? I just do them for free. What would you like me to deck tech? Currently this is a dono deck. Not great. Spike, thank you for the 10 subs, dog. Thank you. Very generous. Pirate Scam. Hold up, he's cooking. I don't think I'm cooking here, though. I think I've died. Sorin. I don't know. Bowmasters. Game Strover. Breaches. Eager Pillager. 3 mana, 3/3. First strike. Whenever a pirate you control attacks, choose one that has been chosen this turn. Create a treasure token. Target creature can't block this turn. Exile. Top card of your library. You may play it this turn. Dauthi ×4, Scallywag ×4, Grief ×4, Ragavan, Molten Collapse, Thoughtseize, Push Bolt, Not Dead, Terminate, Undying, Evil Fable. 20 lands. I feel like with this many 3-drops, I mean, you do have Scallywag to make treasure tokens, so maybe you can get away with 20 lands. I would definitely play like one copy of a Surveil land, especially if you're going higher with like more 3-drops here between the 4 Fables and the 4 Breaches. Sweet though. I like the idea. I do like the Molten Collapses over Terminate as well. Alright, I'm gonna concede this game. I cannot win. Fun. Have you tried Ed? I played him for about 2 hours last night. I got through like most of his combo trials, but I was struggling for a little bit. Also, why are you not a mod, Spike? Did I time you out in a different timeline? He has been timed out. Thank you, BFG, for the 100 bits. I appreciate you. I think I need to kill this crab. But at the same time, part of me is just like, you should just surveil one. Botashi, I'm gonna need the spicy ed tech from you. So you should play some Street Fighter tonight. Just gonna discard this troll. Hell no? Come on. I'll play. Okay, that's fair. When you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. I don't care for Leyline Binding in this list. Just because you have to get like 2 Triomes to make it the cheapest. Dang, I would have cooked up something really spicy for the Visions. Yeah, it's fine. I would have cooked up something really spicy for the Modern Super League event that was going on. But instead, I have to cook up something spicy for the Timeless event instead. I don't think I got into the Modern Super League. I think they were rotating with new people this time for the most part. Is this? Oh, this is still too expensive. Duh. The Grixis one's in the graveyard, so it's gonna be 3 mana. I guess I did that wrong. I should have played Swamp and then just binding the crab. I don't think Mill's gonna be a very good matchup for us either. There's been a lot more Mill running around now. Whose fault is this? I think it's pass. It's my second time playing as Mill today. In the 3 hours I've been live. Which is not very long. I'm just gonna assume I'm dead. Snapcaster, draw more. Dauthi. Is Ashiok good in the matchup? I mean, they can't fetch. I guess Ashiok's fine. I'm just gonna board up. Like I always do against Mill. Stick it to him. If you're trying to play like any sort of mid-rangey pile, Mill usually just dunks on you. It depends though, because like Scam had a really good Mill matchup. I don't think this is good enough. I don't think this is good enough either. I need like a broken opener. Is this a broken opener? It's got Persist in it. Cycle the troll, get Godless Shrine. I can't cast Dauthi, put that back. Put back like Solitude also. Do arena, talk a lot of trash. You're so right. Not cast. Swamp Cycle. I want to do it now so that gives him one less draw at Archive Trap. I might even grief them to check to see if they have Surgical Extraction before I go for it. So I don't think I could ever win this game if I get Surgical. Why? It was supposed to be the sneaky thing of you don't know I have Persist in hand. I mean, they saw Persist last game, so. But still, like, please. Why? Guess I'm just gonna Persist Grief. They have nothing but lands in hand. Maybe I'm supposed to Grief before the cycle. I don't know, this clock is not fast enough now. No, this is just a pillow behind my head. Maybe I should have just held the Persist. And like Persist Vein Ripper instead. I just feel like I need some sort of clock against them. Like wait for them to mill Vein Ripper. Just they didn't. Yeah, I think I should have held on to that Persist on second revision. Because this clock is just not good enough. Jachache. Jachache indeed. Plus. I give up. Mulligan. Land, I guess, goes back. Cascade Zoolist was pretty good. It was okay. Rokirik's a little bit slow right now, too. Also, Ren and 6 is getting more popular again. A lot of these creativity lists are coming back with multiple copies of Ren and 6, and Rokirik just folds to Ren and 6. What a banger of a song. Is this Boros Convoke? Or like Mono White Martyr again? Plains. This tells me probably Mono White Martyr. Also, I think the Triumph split in this deck's wrong. I think you should probably be playing a Teamer Triumph. Maybe. So we can have Godless Shrine untapped and Teamer Triumph. Binding is just way too hard to facilitate here. Can't facilitate Mutavault either. Dauthi's too color intensive. I think the binding's just not good here. It's just very, very awkward. I think I'm gonna get Plains. No, actually, I guess I'm supposed to get Swamp because I can cast Dauthi. Now I could actually Ephemerate this and. Nah, I'm not going to Ephemerate it though. Right, but in Modern, the cost of the colorless land is much worse, right? So you can't play like your double pip cards very easily. Can I play 4 push 0 bolt? It depends on the meta, but I always like bolt because you always run into these situations where if your push could go upstairs for 3 damage, then it would win you the game most of the time. I like Fatal Push better in Omnath and Titan heavy metas where you have to kill Dryad consistently or Omnath consistently. Right now I think both are fine. Personal preference, dealer's choice. Solitude. Found a use for the Leyline Binding. Bitch. Yeah, Kava's a good point too. The real issue is neither of them deal with Scion plus Leyline, or even Scion without Leyline. So maybe we want to consider playing more Sheoldred's Edicts. Or, if you really want to get him Spike, this is the tech for dealing with Leyline Scion. Hit run. 1 black red instant. Target player sacrifices an artifact or a creature. Hit deals damage equal to that player's equal to the permanent's converted mana cost. So if they go Leyline Scion and you hit the Scion, they take 12. And it makes them sacrifice it, so gets through the hexproof. That's the actual tech. People were playing it when rings started getting popular. I should have floated mana differently here. Could have left up the Ephemerate instead of being a ding dong. I got too excited about hit run. When rings started first getting popular, a lot of scam players tried it as like a tool in the sideboard because it would make them take 4 and sack the ring. It's very dated tech though. Swing. Let's see if we want to double block here. I think the Sorin strat is like, there's potential here. I don't know what shell the Sorin strat's supposed to go in. I don't think this is it though. I think if you're going like Grief Ephemerate, it's really only buying you time, right? So I think the Grief Ephemerate stuff is better than the Goryo's Atraxa shells. Unfortunate. In reality, what needed to happen was Atraxa to be a vampire. If Atraxa was a vampire, whew. I'm gonna keep this binding. Kinda need a binding the ring if I draw a land. Although I do have double Bowmaster. Or single Bowmaster. I'm vampire coping. My opponent said my deck was bad, and I said my deck won the Pro Tour last league, so I don't see how this is coping. This is totally normal. Yeah, Bomby Vampires are gonna be at a premium for sure. Not gonna make a lot of those anymore. Ring protection. Okay, this is also the second time I played against this Martyr deck today. What is happening? 2 times Mill, 2 times Martyr. What have we let Modern become? As I sit here with my Sorin. Modern's where people take Pioneer decks. As I sit here with my Sorin. Harder, better, faster, Martyr. I can Shadow Prophecy for 2. That's certainly two of the cards of all time. Divination and lose two? I should put it on this, huh? Or even the 2/2. The best changeling is that, like, Sliver one, right? Anamorphous or whatever. I don't know if it's a Sliver card. I think it sees play in Slivers. What are we doing? Attacking Martyr. Revealed. Kami, Theriban Inspector, Skyclave, Abiding Grace. I'm gonna get looped. I'm getting looped. Yeah, Morphon, that's what it's called. Morphon used to be the old business, but I think Vein Ripper is significantly better. Vein Ripper actually has like a lot of relevant text against decks like Yawgmoth. Unfortunately, has a lot less relevant text against Solitude. But again, not a ton of Solitude decks. The like premier Solitude decks right now, if you look at Goldfish, it's like 4-color, Omnath, and Goryo's. Maybe Hammer Time sometimes. Creativity doesn't play it. Blue-white control for the two Copers. Copers that are still playing it. I'm just dead, right? Like there's no winning this game. Combining Ring finally. Then they have the Kami loop. I think we're dead. This deck's not built for the grindy matchups. D6 right here, feel like dead weight. Would definitely remove D6 moving forward. Maybe Reprieve's kind of bad. Solitude seems kind of bad too. I just don't think your mana base is good enough to be able to play Leyline Binding. And this was just like Divination last game. It was like worse Divination. Draw 2, lose 2. An answer to Ring. There's like exile artifact cards, right? In white. No, he's Sorin Vein Ripper into play. I guess. I'm gonna keep the Vein Ripper in hand because the top deck Sorin. These Triomes are just killing me. Having to have 2 Triomes out for binding to be 1 mana is just like not it. Not it. Plus, I don't know if you really need an answer to Ring like that. Especially when you're like grief ephemerating them. I think that plus like Thoughtseize could just be a good enough answer to Ring. Ah, yes. Winds of Abandon. Right. How could I not see that coming? 2 mana, sorcery speed, path to exile. You're only accelerating me to my Vein Ripper opponent. 2 more turns. Troll. Next turn, opponent. You're about to lose all of your veins. And your blood vessels and everything. Your cardiovascular system is about to be in shambles. Planes. Hopefully I just play Ring. It's like I'm binding it and then be on my way. Ranger Capitan. Raven Inspector. I walked so you could run B-Bot. Proud of you. Took it down. I'm gonna Binding Ranger Captain. I should probably save this for Ring though. Do not use my league in vain. I'm gonna keep that and hardcast it. That made 1 black mana. Where's my arena auto tapper? Bop it. Rip it. Ward it. Sack it. Lose it. That's so cool that we can cast a white card with black mana. Yeah. Identity unknown. Body count unknown, but potentially in the dozens. By Vein Ripper. You lived a good life for half a turn. You flip the lights. I want to see if this glows in the dark. Alright, chat. We're going to see if the ears glow in the dark. In a second, find my other switch. I don't think they do it. Copy. Play my 6/5. Your turn. Somehow I don't think my 6 mana 6/5 is going to be good enough. Well, maybe it is. Two out of the 3 blockers acquired. Draws a card. Little troll who could. And the Vein Ripper next to him. Let me see, opponent. What you got? Solitude, Abiding Grace, Supreme Verdict. Your hand's insane. What if I take Solitude and I smack him and I bring back Vein Ripper? Then they can't Verdict, right? 7. Yeah, then they can't Verdict and then they die. Bonk. Currently, this Verdict will deal 10 damage to them. Martyr is a pretty good pickup, though. Take 2. So I can bring it back. I think they're still dead here. Because of the Bone Shards, sack a creature. Giga Chad, Vein Ripper. Alright, concedes. Trying it back. Try again. I'm trying to think what we're gonna play after this, chat. I think maybe some Gorios, because I do have to practice a little bit more for the team event. And then we'll see where we're at afterwards. Are they paying rent? They're living rent free in my head. Martyr, the league will take like 5 hours minimum. But you're right, it's gaining popularity. I have the combo in hand, I'm gonna keep it. I also have Solitude, but no way of evoking Solitude. People keep trying to play this Martyr deck for some reason. It's gotten, like, pretty popular. If I start paper, I could evoke the Solitude with a Vein Ripper. Yeah. It's like, nah, it's a white card. I think if anything, if any Scampires deck is gonna be the business, it would be Rakdos. Stone of Erect. Yo, Zog. Peter. Thank you, dude. Welcome back for the 14 months. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you. In the Rakdos version, there's also Blood Tithe Harvester. In straight Orzhov, it's just Vein Ripper. Am I getting Mana Tithe? I thought I was getting Mana Tithe for a second. Didn't get Mana Tithe. Achievement unlocked. I think we're gonna get good assassins in MH3 more than vampires, because it's like pretty much coming out at the same time as the Assassin's Creed set, right? Ranger Captain. Yeah, if only but for a moment. Or they have Solitude in hand. Or Ring. So if they evoke Solitude and they stack their triggers wrong, and they sacrifice Solitude before they pay the ward, I could actually Solitude their creature, and then the Vein Ripper will stay alive. That's if they mess up, though. Assuming they don't mess up, I'm probably just gonna get Verdicted. Oh, their mana's bad. No Verdict. Ring, potentially. Day of Judgment. Haywire Might. Acceptable as well. They have Thraben Inspector in hand. Solitude. 5 Vein Ripper. You had a good run. They sacked Haywire Might instead of Solitude. I want to Solitude this Ranger Captain and keep Sorin alive. They have Thraben Inspector in hand. Yeah, they can't even stack it wrong, because the ward will always go after. I'm just gonna let the Sorin go. Bowmaster. 25 out of 30, not bad. Pass. Dauthi pass. Alright, the mana's still bad, so I'm not getting Verdicted. I could get Solitude here. Or they're just cracking Stone. That's fine too. It's totally okay. Sends him with both. Takes the damage. Le damage. Another Sorin. Not very helpful. I think I'm just gonna pass with Bowmasters. Ephemerate. It's a lot of field effects. Kami. We're gonna Bowmaster the Kami. And then like Ephemerate and Bowmaster them, right? And then that would win in 2 turns. It's still gonna take 2 turns for me to win though. Eventually they gotta fix their mana here, right? With the fields. Oh, they just let that go. Leyline Binding was kind of a poor draw. Alright, send team. I guess it wasn't that bad because I can Solitude Ephemerate. I'm gonna float a mana. So I'm gonna cast Shadow Prophecy. My instant speed divination. Draw 2 lands. How sad. Quite the divination. Opponent's got 3 minutes left on the clock and concedes. Alright, chat, prediction time. I'm mulligan this hand. This hand's a little bit better. I mean, you're a Magic player, so maybe Hasbro. Concealed Courtyard, pass. Gonna hold up Reprieve here, and then hopefully draw into something I can discard a Bone Shards and then Persist. Vein Ripper would actually be great here. Is this, no, it's Asmo. Not Yawgmoth this go round. Milling an Oval Chase off of a Surveil land is kind of like drawing a card. That's not fair. That's cheating. Roots. Finale. Another Persist. I'm gonna get Shadowy. Let's see if I can drop a Vein Ripper into the graveyard and Persist it now. A Sorin. I don't want a Sorin. Finale, Haywire Might, Orcish Bowmasters. So I could take Finale, Orcish Bowmasters. Not great though. They win the Asmo Haywire Might, they can get back Oval Chase by playing Haywire Might. Drew a Saga. Yeah, that Saga's gonna kill me. Oh no, they had a Saga in hand. They drew the Goose. The Saga's still gonna kill me though. Yes. Urza Saga beating fair decks since 2022. think the shadow of the backstreet does conceal my courtyard. Very spooky. Yeah, I think we're dead this game. This actually feels too fair. Like attack, make a giant construct, untap, make a giant construct, Asmo, kill this. Like, get Ephemerate the Asmo out of their hand. Probably still gonna lose to the Saga though. Travesty. Feels like I have less impactful draws than in the Rakdos build. In the Rakdos build, I'm like, oh, I got outs at least. We'll draw stuff, Ephemerate them. Unless I can draw Shadow Prophecy. And then Shadow Prophecy into land, bin, Vein Ripper. Finale, Asmo, Daredevil. Well, I guess I'll take Finale. I'm actually just dead to that. Okay, next game. I think these Dauthi should be in the main deck for sure. Dauthi's just like too good right now. Do I want... I think I want Ashiok as well. Reprieve seems very poor against the Saga deck. EE's insane. I probably don't even want Shadow Prophecy. Or Leyline Binding, just so I can have good mana. I'm also kind of wondering if you want Priest of the Forgotten Gods. The black-white priest that like reanimates something. Might be pretty good in this list. Currently in Rakdos scam, I have been 7-3 playing Vein Ripper scam. It's not bad. 70% win rate. It feels like an upgrade anyways, because current scam feels like a Pioneer deck. If you're not scamming on one. This kind of gives you like a second axis of comboing off. They took the Dauthi, which tells me they probably have another discard spell in hand. They did not take Splinter Twin from me. Yeah, I'll put another Dauthi on top, sure. The old Thoughtseize bug. Put my Dauthi into play, go. My Sorin. Oh, I just had Dauthis on top for days. I need a Thoughtseize bug, a Sorin on top now. No problem. They also put themselves on a 2-turn clock. Alright, double Dauthi good enough. Yeah, Dauthi on its own just wins so many games of Magic, it's insane. Dauthi is one of the best cards from Modern Horizons, too. I'll say it. He's one of the best. He's so good. I think I need a mulligan in this hand, too. Tragic draw. Finale. Roots. Finn's Wooded Foothills makes a food token. Plays a Saga. Legion's End. My Dauthis. Despair. So much pain. Oh, that sucks. Probably gonna lose this game now. 2 Bowmasters and a Dream. Trying to surveil for Sorin on top. And Dauthi's the best card ever. I needed to win. Gets Legion's End. Dies. I don't know. Even if I hit Vein Ripper here off the Sorin, we're still going to be behind. Oh. Pausers. Pausers, Splinter Twin. Alright. Is this good enough to win? Proving that it's definitely not Splinter Twin. Give it time. Let it cook. I should have done that in the other order, because if they hit Oval Chase, then they could put it back to their hand, right? What's one card on top? Hopefully it's not Asmo. Anything but Asmo. No. I said anything but Asmo. I've died. Dead. It was not good enough. So tragic. Persist. Off the top. Oh. I think I just put it on 0 and kill 2 creatures. Like my only way of winning this game. Is that better than Persist? It might be. And I need this into Persist. Second Saga. Oof. Soul Cauldron. Persist is no longer good. Last Cookbook. Eats Asmo. Roots. Is this all one trigger? Oh my god, it's all one trigger. I'm not gonna get the Bowmaster yet. Well. I give up. I give up. All of those are Asmos. Tuffy. Yeah, I don't think Black White's where we want to be. I think Black Red was much better, the way it played out. Alrighty, chat. I think last league of the night for me, I'm going to play some Gorios to prep for the team tournament.
Have you peeked? Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong. Have you peeked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.